NLU रांची उस समय नया था. It was I think the second batch अगर मैं ज्वाइन करता तो. So we had no history about उनका प्लेसमेंट क्या है क्या नहीं है. कोर्ट्स में कैसे फाइलिंग होती है, क्या फाइलिंग्स कब होती हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें आपको कॉलेज में कभी नहीं बताया जाता है. सो आई वुड से उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में आई वॉज 70% मे बी सेटिस्फाइड बिकॉज उस समय इतना अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं था हमें. आई वॉजंट मच अवेयर बाई दैट टाइम. आई डिडंट नो कि लीगल फील्ड में फ्रीलांसिंग भी हो सकती है. आई हैड नो क्लू. जितना हमने 5 साल में पढ़ा है एंड जो एक्चुअल काम होता है वो बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंट है. द प्रैक्टिकल वे ऑफ थिंग्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट. LawSikho team helped me set up my freelancing platform. I remember Abhyuday sir covered that this is a market which is untapped at this point of time and the demand is very high. LawSikho team helped me set up my freelancing platform and I ended up learning a lot from it. हम at this point of time litigation की सारी services कर रहे हैं. Pan India actually. My mom, dad and my sister. Yeah, they're very happy. They absolutely love the fact that I have my own office right now. They understand बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, जो भी कर रहा है, स्लो कर रहा है, धीरे कर रहा है, तेज कर रहा है, जैसे भी कर रहा है, बट अच्छा कर रहा है. And I knew that I had support, right? So I was like all in for it. I wasn't good in chemistry. So of course पेरेंट्स, सबके पेरेंट्स चाहते हैं कि लड़का इंजीनियर बने या मेडिसिन में जाए, but I was not good in chemistry and I wasn't even interested in engineering side of it, right? So I was speaking with a friend. I think I was in class 10th at that point of time and उसके पापा was a lawyer here in Delhi actually. So जब मैं उनसे मिला, आगे चला, पता चला मुझे थोड़ा बहुत और उनके बारे में, प्रोफेशन के बारे में, काम क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, तो मेरा इंटरेस्ट काफ़ी जागा था उस चीज़ को लेके. एंड देन आई इवेंचुअली डिसाइडेड कि मैं 12th के बाद आई विल परस्यू लॉ एज अ करियर. Lloyd Law College in Greater Noida. So not a national law university of anywhere. मेरा NLU हो भी गया था, NLU रांची एक्चुअली, but I chose to like pursue my education here in Delhi. So instead of getting that name tag, NLU Ranchi उस समय नया था. It was I think the second batch अगर मैं ज्वाइन करता तो. So we had no history about उनका प्लेसमेंट क्या है क्या नहीं है. And given the fact that it is a tier 2 city, I decided to be here in tier 1 city because of the exposure जो मुझे यहाँ पे मिला. एंड आई थिंक वो एक्सपोजर जो यहाँ पे मिला वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा थी दैन जो अगर मैं NLU रांची से ये काम करता हूँ. आई वुड से उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में आई वॉज 70% मे बी सेटिस्फाइड बिकॉज उस समय इतना अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं था हमें. सो एक जो माइंडसेट था कि कॉलेज जाना है, पढ़ना है एंड वट नॉट, वो सारी चीज़ें चल रही थी, बट प्रैक्टिकली क्या होता है वो बहुत ही डिफरेंट स्टोरी है. एंड उस चीज़ का कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन कॉलेज में तो वी ऑल नो कि नहीं होता है जनरल. सो आई वुड से कि मैं 60-70% में भी सेटिस्फाइड था कॉलेज से, इन द लाइन ऑफ उनके प्रोफेसर्स अच्छे थे वहाँ पे एंड एजुकेशन की क्वालिटी अच्छी थी, बट प्रैक्टिकल एस्पेक्ट में देयर वाज नथिंग एक्चुअली. जितना हमने 5 साल में पढ़ा है एंड जो एक्चुअल काम होता है वो बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंट है. इवन दो जो हम पढ़ते हैं वो एप्लीकेबल होता है हमारे काम में भी, बट द प्रैक्टिकल वे ऑफ थिंग्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट. कोर्ट्स में कैसे फाइलिंग होती है, क्या फाइलिंग्स कब होती हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें आपको कॉलेज में कभी नहीं बताया जाता है. सो दैट वाज अ वास्ट डिफरेंस बिटवीन द कॉलेज एंड द प्रैक्टिकल साइड ऑफ लाइफ. आई वॉजंट मच अवेयर बाई दैट टाइम. आई डिडंट नो कि लीगल फील्ड में फ्रीलांसिंग भी हो सकती है. आई हैड नो क्लू क्योंकि I had an like knowledge about the traditional way of this practice, how legal fields are working, right? Non-traditional way उस टाइम पे उतना ज़्यादा लोग ध्यान नहीं देते थे. Plus non-legal side of the work is also something जो लोगों को पता भी नहीं होता था. So मुझे कोई आइडिया भी नहीं था कि we can like as a lawyer we can freelance for clients throughout the globe. I worked with some tier 1 law firms as well. And वहाँ पे ये feeling बहुत ही common थी almost every day that am I even worth it? What I'm doing, is it worth it? I'm in the right direction in my life or not? Career मेरा कहाँ जा रहा है, कहाँ जाएगा? So that feeling was always there until and unless I decided that I'll work for myself moving forward and not for anyone else. I was just scrolling somewhere in the internet and I saw कि इनका boot camp हो रहा है for US IP paralegal studies. And that caught my attention. I think 2 दिन April 2021 की बात है ये. That was the first time this course was introduced, I think. So I took the boot camp. I found it like really interesting. I then thought about it. Should I pursue this as a career? And I decided, yeah, I will do that. I reached out to a couple of people who had already taken the courses, of course. So I reached out to them. They told me more about the practical aspects of teaching and how LawSikho works around it. And then I decided, okay, let's give it a shot and let's see where it takes me. So जैसे कॉलेज किया, कॉलेज में आप जानते हो थियोरेटिकल पढ़ाई ज़्यादा होती है, राइट, एंड प्रैक्टिकल साइड ऑफ इट आपको कोई सिखाता नहीं है. इन जनरल आप प्रैक्टिस भी कर रहे हो तो योर सीनियर्स वुड नॉट टेल यू, दे वुड वांट यू टू गो अहेड एंड फिगर इट आउट, या दे वुड एक्सपेक्ट यू टू नो एवरीथिंग, राइट. सो वो चीज़ मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा न्यू था. Like these guys, the first class I attended was actually doing some search in the USIP field, and I realized that these guys, the teaching, the module, the way of teaching in LawSikho is very different than what I'm used to. So it took me in a shock a little bit. Is this going to like continue the entire time? Is this just for the first class, something like that? But it ended up continuing for the entire course, so that was really good. So after a couple of classes, I spoke with your team member, some of your team support team member for freelancing team, I think, and they told me that the opportunities around the thing that I'm doing right now, the course that I have and the work that I'm doing is tremendous. And I remember Abhyuday sir ka word tha that this is a market which is untapped at this point of time, and the demand is very high. People don't know about it, and I was like, okay, if this is something that I could do, then I could be ahead of the competition, of course, because people are not looking into it at this point of time. It's better to like jump in right now than wait for a couple of years to see कि क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है. LawSikho team helped me set up my freelancing platform, and I ended up learning a lot from it, from writing proposals to how to like reach out to the client in the proper way, in a professional way, how to get your work delivered on time, and that quality, of course, that the people are expecting from you. Because US के standards of work is very high when it compared to India, I think anywhere else, I guess. So उस standard को touch करना was a difficult thing, but yeah, of course, I had support, and I knew that I had support, right? So I was like all in for it. हमारी law firm का नाम है LawSikho Law Offices. हम लोकेटेड है C293 इन डिफेंस कॉलोनी, एंड हमारा प्रैक्टिस एक ऑल सर्विस लॉ फर्म के जैसा है. अभी हम उसको और भी एक्सपैंड करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अपनी तरफ से वर्क कर रहे हैं. हम एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम लिटिगेशन की सारी सर्विसेज कर रहे हैं पैन इंडिया. एक्चुअली हमारा एक एसोसिएट ऑफिस इन बैंगलोर भी हो चुका है एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, एंड वी आर ऑल्सो वर्किंग इन कॉर्पोरेट मैटर्स इंक्लूडिंग इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी, ग्लोबल इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी एज वेल. यहाँ दिल्ली में वी आर 9 attorneys and a couple of paralegals. बैंगलोर में वी आर 7 attorneys and couple of paralegals. तो यहाँ पे मेरे पार्टनर हैं शिवम बजाज. He is a litigator, and he also passed out in 2016, and from day one he started his own practice. He was like, I'm not going to work for anyone. I started his own practice, and I met him I think in 2018, and he pushed me a lot to do this कि अपना काम करो. It's something more satisfying than anything, even though थोड़ी सी insecurity है, but with time you will establish things, you will understand how things work. He is the one who came forward and told me कि hey, let's create our own firm, let's create our own structure, and see you have this skill set, I have this, we have team, we can build a team around everything, and we can provide these services to a lot of people, so why not do that? Expand everything. Yeah, this place was specifically designed for open communication within the senior partners of the firm, partners or associates of the firm. Initially, ideation was of the landowner, of course, the property owner, but me and Shivam, we both worked around it and how to look this room should look and feel. The small puja room is over here, like to have some positivity around the firm as well. People can at any point of time come and like pray a little bit if they want to. That's not a problem. I wasn't a spiritual person before, but now I am like getting into that path slowly and steadily. And since we have started this office, since we have been working in this office, हमने spirituality को, me personally like have started on the spiritual journey a little bit more.
आपके फैमिली में कौन कौन है?
My mom, dad and my sister.
How happy they are about what you are doing right now?
Yeah, they are very happy. They absolutely love the fact that I have my own office right now. And they understand that there was a lot of struggle behind it as well. And they are very supportive around it. So they understand कि बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, जो भी कर रहा है, स्लो कर रहा है, धीरे कर रहा है, तेज कर रहा है, जैसे भी कर रहा है, बट अच्छा कर रहा है. So they are very supportive around it. So the biggest motivator for me are the people who are working for me. And I think like this is a very underrated thing. People don't talk about it maybe. Because I haven't heard it from anyone else, but I really believe that if those people who are working for me grow, and go. Maybe they leave the firm, maybe they go somewhere else, but wherever they go, they have the kind of knowledge that they've learned over here, and they are able to utilize it in the future. That's the biggest achievement for me. You want to do something, you go ahead and do it. You should not regret not doing something. Litigation में जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Client के लिए एक perspective उनके साथ ये होता है ना, there are different matters and those matters may be affecting the client in a different way, right? So I always make sure to understand what they are trying to explain and what they are feeling within it, right? When you get to work, when you are looking into work, you cannot think emotionally, not every time. When you are talking to a client, maybe you talk to them emotionally, but when you are getting the work done, you have to focus on the work. To be honest, like that's the one thing that stuck in my mind, and litigation it actually works that way.